Desmond here from Performance Destination. If you're looking to have your car tuned, whether it's on the dyno or remote, reach out to us and see what we can do for you. We meet the needs on all computer systems.
Destination Orlando.
Car came all the way from Pennsylvania, and we work in the cold start on everything like this. Half-size radiator. You have to do everything there is possible to keep this thing cool. You only have this much surface to cool off the whole entire engine that's trying to produce 600, 700, 800 horsepower, and you only have a little radiator. Now, it's very possible to do it, stay cool, but you have to set it up right. You need a strong fan. That fan on there don't look strong. It looks like a regular fan to me. Yeah, you don't want that. You want a very strong fan, and then you want to have a shroud on it, because you got to pull the heat out of all corners. You're only pulling heat out of the circle, the circle or circumference of where it's around, and all the other spots are heating up. So it's constantly, like, temperature's constantly fighting it. So if you have a strong fan and you have a shroud on it, it's pulling heat from everything, from all corners, and it's tunneling out the fan. Spout has a strong fan. Spout. S-P-A-L. Spout has a strong fan, but you need to put a shroud on this.
What if I change to full? Because what if I do a full size? I think they have a slim.
Can you fit a full size on there?
I need to have beans redo the turbo pipe. And I can have that.
Well, yeah. If you could put a full size on this, I 100,000% recommend you doing a full size. There's no need if you're not a forward-facing setup where you are blocking from a full size. There's no need for you to be a half-size radiator. Be full size at all times. It keeps the engine happier. It keeps the temperature happier. It keeps the overall everything happier. When these cars run hot and run cold and run hot and run cold, the AFRS is going to change and skew with it, because the engine is dumping fuel at regular temperature, 180 something, whatever like that. But now, say if you go to like 205 or 212 or 208 or 10, that hotter temperature, the fuel is still dumping fuel. It's still dumping fuel for the same temperature it was tuned on. What if it runs hotter? It needs to run more consistent on the coolant, so the AFRs and everything else runs more consistent. gonna put the E85 in there now, and we're gonna test it. Before I put any fuel in the car, I make sure I always test it to make sure the ethanol quality is good. I typically like 70 and up. I think between 70 up is good. Anything lower than that is kind of fishy, kind of off, a little, not as good quality. But you want to test it, shake it up for a little bit, let it sit for like 5-10 minutes, and then see what it reads. And then if it reads good, then we'll put it in the car and we'll tune on it. If it reads bad, then we'll have to source out some better quality fuel. I think it started to spin a little bit, but I think it was spinning on the dyno. So now we're using 4 straps. We're gonna lock this shit down so we can make all the jam. I want every number on that screen. Let's get it. We found all that missing power. Now we're rocking. It is shaped up nice. The clutch started giving out. The clutch is no longer able to hold the power, so he's going to upgrade that to a triple. He had some type of upgraded puck disc in there, like a 6-puck with upgraded this, that, and third. Supposedly it was able to hold, I don't know, like 700 foot-pounds of torque, but as you can see today, it's not. So we're going to upgrade it to a proper triple disc. We could run twin, but we're going to do a triple disc, and this way we don't got to worry about it. And the power band started taking up shape beautifully, but then the part where the clutch started slipping, that's what we're going to correct.
Those are special discounts. They custom.
This is what I'm talking about. Full day of tuning. This is what the plugs look like. Check your plugs out. Look at this. See that? Look at that.
You sure you use them?
Look at that.
You sure you use them though? They're not new?
Nah, it came right out that hole.
Damn.
That's what it is. That's what I'm talking about.
Too.
Huh?
The car was jamming too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No color.
The car has a lot of potential. Like it wants to make some power. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That last pull, I just wanted to verify if I could make more or where the problem was. That dip is gone right there.
Yeah.
It came on a lot harder. But then up top, I felt it like I felt it like it revved, like it did a double rev. Like it was going up at RPM and it went up a little too much. So I just let out. So I already knew like it was already slipping by that time for the clutch. So like it's big, it's a good pump, some good torque. My main thing I wasn't trying to worry about the number.
Yeah.
My number is anything. My main thing is trying to make sure these curves and these lines, the power band looks good. So like that's around 6, so it starts standing up in the mid-5s, and like it's staying. I wanted this to constantly go up, and I wanted to get it to where it could just stand all the way straight through. Now, if your clutch didn't slip or anything going on with your clutch wise, if that wasn't the issue, this would have been like a beautiful shaping graph. Like this thing would have stood up and would have carried. It would have carried straight, or would have kind of it's a little bit mimic the torque, but with kind of like this, and kind of like maybe do a little slight drop off, whatever like that.
Basically, that's what you have right here going on.
Right, similar.
Yeah.
Similar whatnot.
Okay.
But before, these are earlier runs. This is with not much boost in it yet.
Yeah.
These earlier runs, that first two or whatever like that thing, those are like the pump gas stuff.
Okay.
And then like I wanted to start cleaning it up, and make sure like it runs healthy. Like I wanted from the time I floor it, the AFR is trailing right where I want it all the way to red line.
Okay.
But I did see the AFR run away up top, but I know it's because it slipped.
Okay.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Like I heard it. It was just a way higher pitch than how high I was at. I know I was up there, but it sounded way higher.
It sounded different.
It sounded different.
Yeah.
So I think it's good at that torque, at that horsepower.
Okay.
You know, I tell people all the time, a T3, T4, you know, they make power and all, but a V-band turbo, a V-band flange turbo would make way more power. It would spool faster. It would make more power everywhere.
Okay.
If you put a V-band to a T3, running, two comparisons, it'll make more power. You put a V-band to a T4, running, it'll spool faster, and then it'll make more power. It's just the V-band, the flow of how it is. It just spools quicker. It gets into its power band a lot more sooner, and whatnot. I think this is great. I think you have one of your S2s in here. S2 cams in here?
No, Culford. Culford 680, 676.
Oh, 680s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 680s.
Alright. So yeah, I would just fix on the clutch, see what you do with that, and then you should be good. You know, should be good.
Sorry, 280s, 276.
280s. I was about to say, there's no way there's no 260s are making this kind of power. I was just like, okay, 280s. But you said, I was like, okay, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just out of it, man.
Yeah, but 280s. I'm about to say, I was gonna say, this is really good. Yeah, this is really good. The 6266 is really an 800 horsepower turbo.
Yeah.
Now, after when people who want more than this, they start going to the 6466.
Okay.
6466 would make this same exact power, but it'll be like probably like the mid to lower 800s.
That's effort.
Yeah, but less effort. But you know, this right here, we're like 37, 38. We're getting up there like almost at 40 pounds of boost. And but it's running good. It feels healthy. It sounds damn good. It never got hot. Now after I configure how I want the fans to turn on and turn off and try to get it where it's a nice consistent spot, it never got hot. The hottest I've seen this thing get up to is, well now after tuning, is like 196, and then it cools back off quickly. As soon as I come off the throttle, it drops back. I usually put the heater on after I let off the gas. It pulls the heat off the head. But I think this is good, and I think it's gonna feel damn good on the street. So,
Okay.
I'm just gonna check drivability one time on the E85 portion, and then we should all set.
Okay. Appreciate it.
No worries. So on that last pull, we were right around 37 pounds. Coolant temp stays good. What's it called? His injector duty 77%. The car is really good. You know, I didn't run much timing, low timing on it, but like the whole thing looks good. It looks really healthy, and I'm happy with it. You know. So we're gonna check drivability, make sure drivability looks good, and all that is all set to go. get into it though, bro.
God, I did not. I let off early. I thought I was gonna fly off the car right now.
Yo, you gotta get into that shit, yo.
Hell no.
You didn't even get into it yet.
I'm good right now. I gotta.
I think it spun a little bit, bro. I think it spun a little bit. Oh shit.
Nah, I never felt this shit before like this.
No?
No.
Never felt like this?
This is different. This is a whole different breed.
This thing is violent.
It is. It is.
Make a U-turn right here, this median. Oh my goodness, bro.
I almost lost that shit.
So I think from that test drive we just went on, we just found the problem. And only reason, yep, it don't have the lip on there, so that's why it blew off. Yep.
I'm gonna go see Beans.
Damn, bro. All right, man. So we just finished this day. Tell me the whole overall experience. How did we start? You know, we started from remote tuning. Tell me where you're coming from. Tell me how far the travel is, and tell me how everything went.
So coming from Pennsylvania, Hazleton area. Travel is 16 hours nonstop.
Wow.
If you're gonna stop, it's probably gonna take you like 19, 20. The car, when we did remote tuning, it was pulling and everything. It was running good.
Right.
But it's here, like when you had the car hands on and you just went through the bugs and then you did the E85, like the car is just, it's a completely different car. It's not the same car.
So when we did the remote tune first, how was the our remote tune map versus, how it ran previously? Just the remote stuff alone.
Dude, previously, when I would turn the car on, it would idle a certain way and run a certain way. Once we did the remote tune, the car, like, it did a 180 and it just changed the way it turned on, the way it idled, the way it ran. It ran much smoother.
Right.
Pulls were much more crisp. And when we bought it here, you did the E85, forget about it. Like, I'm speechless. It's a different car.
Right. So tell me how it felt when we went for that test drive.
Oh shit! I lost the gears. I almost came out my seat. Like, what do you want me to say? You saw what happened.
Right.
Fucking the clutch started slipping.
Right.
So I mean, I gotta get a different clutch now.
Right. So how'd it feel though?
Man, like, I'm speechless. It was crisp. Like, it was just. I felt like it was not. That car came naturally like that. And
right.
The pulls were insane.
Right. It's very strong.
Yeah.
We got a slight little dip on the graph there because the clutch started acting funny towards the end of the session.
Thank God towards the end. Yeah.
Towards the end, yeah. So this way we was able to finish the whole tune, but then the clutch wasn't able to hold anymore. So I think we're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna upgrade the clutch and just leave it right where it's at power-wise, not trying to throw anything more or anything less. Just go out there and enjoy it, head back to Pennsylvania, and kind of just work the streets now.
That's it.
It's a sleeper, bro. But I appreciate you coming all the way down. 16-hour drive, just to work with us.
Do it again. I'll do it again.
I appreciate that, man.
Do it again. Those STIs in PA better watch out. You already know.
That wasn't an easy trip, man, but I try to make it worthwhile for you, brother.
I will do it again. And I recommend anybody else, come down. Honestly, like, I'm not just talking to talk. I'm being truthful, and I always been the type to be honest with everything. And the car is a beast. It's a completely different car. And I got tuned before, and this is nothing. This is completely different.
All right.
I got tuned before. This is different.
All right, man.
Good experience.
All right. Well, you got to head back north, bro.
Right now.
All right, bro. Go ahead. Heading back right now.
Yeah, gotta go.
Gotta go. This is Desmond here from Performance Destination. Welcome back to the channel. This was actually a very special setup I had going on today for this customer. It started off remote tuning. We wanted to work all the bugs out, get everything all ironed out. He drove all the way down here from Pennsylvania. So it was not like it was next door. So it was roughly 16-17 hour trip to get here to Florida for us. And it went completely smooth. So beforehand, he said the car never ran as efficient, never ran smooth, never ran healthy, had some drivability issues, idle issues, starting issues. It just didn't feel efficient in this power van, and he wanted to have everything reworked and re-cleaned up. And sure enough, that is what we did. I started off remotely, making sure everything was all cleaned up, make him a whole new file, reconfigured everything, and all the problems that he had before are actually all gone away now. So it's just, car fires up perfect, idle's perfect, comes to a steady idle even after it warms up. Drivability feels smooth, and the car is making some power. We had a couple bugs with the car today and whatnot, but I ironed it all out. We got there, car runs efficient. He had some heating issues for the temperature, overcame that, reconfigured how the fans and the strength of the fan for when to turn it on, and for a half-size radiator, and it stays cool now. This was a flex fuel setup, drive-by-wire. It was a V-band 6266. When it's a V-band 6266, it's going to make power, and it sure enough did. He has 280 cams, fully built setup. On pump gas, we finished him right at 559, 428 foot-pounds of torque. He's not really looking for much power on pump gas. That was roughly around like 27, 28 pounds of boost, or I think it was more like 25 or somewhere in that ballpark, upper 20s. Now, when we went to E, his original goal was 600, but then, as people do, as we start cleaning things up, as the cars start sounding better, cars started building power bands, that started making more power, then he was like, you know what, let's get it to a spot where it's not too maxed out, but it feels strong and it feels healthy. And that's exactly what I did. My whole focus was trying to build the power band and trying to build the curve so it feels healthy down low and it feels healthy mid-range all the way to red line up top. And we finished him right at 783, 670 foot-pounds of torque, and that was roughly almost about 40 pounds of boost there. His clutch started slipping. He doesn't have a twin disc in there. Supposedly it's a stronger puck clutch in there, but I think it started slipping towards the end of the session, and I could see where it started dipping, like where it just wasn't holding the power anymore. But that was one thing. We also went for a test drive, and I also saw his intercooler coupler was coming off of the coupler, and the clamp was coming off the intercooler pipe. So that could have also caused this issue there too. We don't know if that was starting to like pre-slide off. It's not, it don't have the groove on there, don't have the ring on there to hold the coupler and clamp without blowing off. So it could have been a balance between the clutch and also that coupler started slowly expanding, started coming off. But the boost looked good though, so I think it probably was the clutch. At this power level, it feels insane. We went for a street drive, and like he couldn't even get on it all the way because of how wicked and how aggressive this thing got in there. With this thing, it's a smaller turbo, but it's a 6266, so it's gonna come on hard, but it still has enough turbo to make power, and that's exactly what it did. And this thing came on hard. It lit up like a snap of a finger. Like, I set it up for the drive-by, because it's drive-by wire, so I'm able to open up the throttle quicker on the man, or however I want to do it by voltage. So if I want it, but you don't want to do it too aggressive because you don't want to break anything, or it makes it just you kind of want a gradual nice increase. So the drive-by wire settings, how it opens and how it closes, will also affect the power band as well. So we don't want it to come on too hard, but I also don't want it to come on too late where it feels lazy. I want it to be right at where it needs to, so the power curve is shaped out right. And this is actually lovely. If we didn't have that fall off part where the clutch started going out, this would have carried all the way straight to. Now the torque started falling off a little bit because we're already pushing this thing really hard. So the torque it's gonna go up and it's gonna fall off. It's already making its, I think, efficiency zone down low, and then up top it's starting to carry it very nice, but then the clutch was not having it anymore. So I already told him, if you're going to stay at this power level only based off of the torque, I would say go with a triple disc. The triple disc will last you a lot longer of a lifespan than the twin disc. It has more clamping force. There's many triple disc out there that has great drivability, where it's not too stiff, not too firm, and you're able to enjoy it. Now, do we have more power left in this? We probably do. We could have ran it up more to see what it made, but he wasn't chasing a number. I wasn't chasing a number. So we just wanted to make sure the car runs strong and healthy and it has a nice curve to it and everything stays together. That's the goal of mine. Everything stays together. So it's like we're leaving it right here at this, and he's heading back to Pennsylvania so he could enjoy it. Right now it's snowing up there, so he came down here just to get everything reworked and work with us. So he was very happy. He was very, 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 very excited for how his car turned out. He was even more happy when we went for the street drive. He said this car have never in his life felt this good drivability. It never in his life felt this violent when the power came in. When the power came in, it didn't feel too aggressive. It has a nice smooth, the way it comes on smooth. And then when I have it where I set it up where the power kicks you, it really like throws you in the seat. The ass end of the car squats down and the whole thing just drags. It feels so good. And I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy that this setup worked out. I'm very happy for today's session and how overall good quality parts coming together and working as it needs to. If you too would like to work with me, just like how he did, work all your issues and all your bugs, drivability, idle, anything at all, you can reach me at 941-268-7493, or you can catch me at Performance Destination on all social media platforms. We can handle you remotely, we can handle you dyno, we can handle you on our mainline Pro Hub. We also have an all-wheel drive dyno. We have everything in-house. So whatever we can meet the needs of whatever you want. It doesn't matter if it's a 4-cylinder, it doesn't matter if it's a V8. We have the equipment and we have the knowledge and we have the experience to get you where you want to. We have everything we need to get you at your destination. Thank you for watching. Until next time, please like, subscribe, and give us a follow.